Hello, my name is Catey McClary, and I'm the president and CEO at Tremont. A bit about me: I grew up south of Nashville. It was more rural at the time. We grew up with cows behind our house, and I remember playing in their fields with my sisters. And we spent a lot of time, often with no way for my parents to get a hold of us. I'm a twin, and this is us with my granny. That's me on the left with the t-shirt of the map of the world. One year I stuffed that shirt full and went trick-or-treating as a globe, singing "We Are the World, We Are the Children." It's pretty safe to say I was an eco-conscious kid. And it was about the same time that photo was taken that I first came to Tremont with my school. We slept in the dorms, we ate in the dining hall, and we explored outdoors together. And I learned that a connection to nature was personal. It was local. And it wasn't just about saving the polar bears in the Arctic, but it was about taking small actions with collective impact. I returned to Tremont in 2018 as a leader, and from the start, my work has been to expand our programs within Great Smoky Mountains National Park and beyond. And in 2019, we purchased 200 acres in Townsend that bordered the park on which to build our second campus, one unlike any other. We decided early that our goal would be to build a campus that served our educational mission, to connect people to nature. And even beyond connecting people to nature, our goal too would be to connect people to each other and to connect buildings to nature as well. It's ambitious, but when I first heard of the Living Building Challenge, I was curious about its objective to create buildings that through every aspect of design, construction, and operation benefit the ecosystem in which they are built. For me, it was a paradigm shift, and with that, my vision for Tremont's future crystallized. We would pursue the Living Building Challenge, which is kind of, but unlike LEED, where buildings are energy efficient, being less bad, living buildings are net positive. They're regenerative. And they ask, what if every single act of design made the world a better place? The Living Building Challenge uses a metaphor of a flower, incorporating 7 petals, themes on which you achieve performance standards. These are place, energy, water, materials, health and happiness, beauty, and equity. And collectively, they pose the question, asking us to imagine a building as connected as a forest ecosystem. Let's sit with that. What does a forest look like, feel like, smell like? At Tremont, we're fortunate to exist within a dynamic forest that, despite being heavily logged, is now in recovery. And we sit within the Little River watershed. And we are called to honor the health of this watershed through the water petal by redefining what wastewater is, to replicate the natural cycles of water, to minimize consumption, to treat water naturally, and to understand the literal ripple effects we have in our waters, where if you pay attention, you might notice structures like this one. To you, it might look just like a pile of rocks, but when you know that each one of these rocks was carried here by the mouth of a fish to house and protect its eggs, it reveals the purpose and the meaning behind the structure. It reveals its beauty and its architecture. And that's the essence of the beauty petal, to celebrate nature and design. In the book, The Little Prince, it says, "A rock pile ceases to be a rock pile the moment a single man contemplates it, bearing within him the image of a cathedral." Like fish, we too pile rocks for purpose, and we build beauty in our world. We design to uplift the human spirit. And it's not just what we build, but what we choose to build with. The materials petal asks us to prioritize responsible, locally sourced materials, emulating Adobe and asking how can the earth and materials used to build indigenous civilizations inspire us to work with the land and its resources we have today? And what can persuade us to forego the chemically laden plastics and vinyls that pollute our air and our water? What if those who can utilize trees cut on site in the construction of the buildings, just as our predecessors did here in the place we now call a national park? And how does all of this shape our relationship to the land? The place petal inspires us to seek reciprocity and kinship, to restore a healthy connection between nature and place and our communities, to build homes and cities with the land, like a forest, that grow food, preserve habitats, and respond with the changing of seasons. And it's how we respond, how we light, heat, and cool our buildings, that can mimic photosynthesis in the forest. The energy petal demands we use solar energy and generate more than we need, carrying power and energy efficiently across a grid similar to that found beneath the forest floor. We've learned that fungal roots below the forest floor can help the forest share resources, carrying carbon and minerals across different species. Trees communicate with each other. If they are diseased or under attack by pests, they can warn others. They can help protect and heal each other, ensuring equitable outcomes for all. We too can pursue equity, and through universal design, this petal means that everyone, regardless of ability, can access the same experience, and then that we enrich both the environment and our community, seeking environmental justice, fair wages, job opportunities across a workforce as diverse as the Smokies. Building this way means occupants will experience the same benefits on our trails as they do indoors. Access to clean air and sunlight, the use of biophilic design, all work in harmony to decrease stress, to enrich creativity, and to improve mental and physical well-being. At Tremont, we are working to build a model for a better, healthier future for us all. We do this work with joy, and we do this with hope, and with the understanding that it is hope that calls us to take responsibility for our future. So thank you for listening to what we at Tremont imagine that future can be.